Okay.
U.S. birth rates among teens has risen over the past year, and births due to unmarried people have risen in 2006 significantly. I was a teenage mother by the age of 16, and I know how important it is for you to talk to your children about sex. My mother didn't really talk to me about sex that much, and contraceptive talk was unheard of. When I asked her about talking to me about contraceptives, I was told not to ask again, so therefore I turned to my friends about sex. This in turn, they gave me a lot of misinformation, and so therefore you need to talk to your children about sex. Today I would like to go over with you different topics about why you should talk to your child about sex. As far as parental involvement, why it's critical for parents to talk to their child about sex, why sex education belongs in the schools, and why teaching just say no and abstinence does not work. Parents' involvement is crucial. When parents talk to their children about sex and affirm and instill their values of their children in them, their children are more likely to have healthier attitudes about themselves. Positive communication between parents and their children is crucial, and they help young people to establish individual attitudes and important attitudes about themselves. Parents who act on the belief that young people should get accurate information about sexuality tend to have children who initiate sex later than others, and when they do become involved in sexual activity, they tend to use contraceptives and be more informed about the choices they make for sex. Schools give positive reinforcement about sex. Young people tend to talk to their friends more than they do their parents about sex and other issues. Local school policies teach abstinence and do not promote sex or early sex among teens and young people, as some people tend to believe. Many schools now offer a program called the A Pause program, and that stands for Added Power and Understanding in Sex Education. This program not only deals with the physical side of sex, but the emotional aspect of sex as well. Parents need to talk to their children about sex and develop an open communication and understanding about sex. Learn how to listen to your child in regards to sex instead of just shutting them down. Get involved, see what their views and their opinions are. Don't condemn your child for his or her attitudes towards sex. Let them know you understand how they feel and that you're comfortable with them feeling this way. Work with the schools to instill certain values about sex to your child. The schools are there to only help, not hinder what you teach your child about sex. See what the school's curriculum for sex ed entails. Find out what it is that they teach. See how it falls in line with your values and what you feel that your child should know about sex. Today we have learned how to start an open line of communication about sex. We have learned to realize that sex is not a hindrance or anything to your child. It's a part of life. We realize that the schools are only trying to help our child and reinforce what the parents say about sex or what we teach our children about sex. They are there to help, not to hinder. And we learned that saying no and just using abstinence as a tool is not stopping young people and teens from having early sex. That we need to give them other avenues and information to let them know that there are other recourses other than just saying no. We're not arming them with the correct information. I urge and encourage all parents to go home and to start an open dialogue with your children about sex, to accurately give them the proper information they need about sex, and to make the informed and conscious decisions about sex, so that when they choose to have sex, they have all the pros and cons for when they're old enough, and that they can make the wise and correct decisions about sex. Thank you. Talk to children. Talk to children.